Hello, let's get started today in child's pose. Take a few breaths to land. You can bring the knees together, maybe knees out wide. Maybe a little movement. You can tilt the head side to side or maybe wiggle through the hips. Just take a few breaths to maybe sink in a little deeper. And as you're ready, begin to deepen into the breath as you inhale through the nose and exhale, let it go. Again, full breath in, full breath out. This time, as you inhale, maybe find a little more length through the fingers as you walk them forward. On your exhale, can you press palms down into the earth, relax shoulders away from ears. Your next inhale lifts you up through tabletop position. We'll make some movement here through cat-cow. So as you inhale, you can drop the belly, open up through the chest. Exhale, press the floor away, round through the spine. About 4 or 5 breaths. Any other movement, side to side, circles through hips, or maybe shift the weight forward and back. About 1 or 2 more breaths to even out. When you feel about even, we'll meet at a neutral spine tabletop. Shoulders stack up over wrists, hips over knees. And starting with a spinal balance, we'll reach our right arm forward, left leg back. Bringing your left heel in line with the hip, right wrist in line with the shoulder. Keep pressing strong through the left arm. See if you can draw your belly in towards your spine, maybe just a little roundness through the upper back to really begin to engage the core. Then really press through your left heel as you reach the right fingertips forward. One more full breath in, really lengthen. On your exhale, you're going to crunch elbow to knee, see if you can round through the spine. 2 more times, inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Last time, breathe in. Empty the breath, crunch elbow to knee. Inhale, we'll lengthen back out. This time, tiger pose, right hand will reach back towards the left foot. We'll bend the left knee. And then hand reaches in the direction of the foot, maybe you bind. If you have the bind, see if you can kick into the grip. Maybe lift the left toes a little higher, gaze at the top of your mat, neutral spine. One more full breath in. Releasing without flinging. You can bring your left toes down towards the mat. We're going to thread the needle. So right arm underneath left shoulder, right ear to mat. That left leg can stay extended, or you can lower the left knee. A few breaths here. Left arm can stay forward, option for a half bind. About 2 or 3 more breaths. When you feel ready, we'll lower the left knee if you're not already there. You can take a counter twist as you open that right arm over towards the right. Maybe lift your gaze, any little movements through shoulders, wrists, or fingers. Eventually, we'll come back through center. You can take some additional movements here through cat-cow, about 2 or 3 breaths, anything you need to even out before we take that to the other side. No rush to get there. As you're ready, we'll extend the left arm forward, right leg will lift. Right heel in line with the hip, left wrist in line with the left shoulder. Then really press into your right hand and then begin to pull the shoulder blades apart as if you're coming into a cat pose. Keep drawing your belly in towards your spine as you reach towards opposite ends of the mat. On your exhale, you're going to crunch elbow to knee. 2 more times, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch round through the spine. Last inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, empty the breath, elbow to knee. Inhale, reaching out. We'll thread the needle. You can lower the right toes or the right knee. Thread your left arm underneath the left shoulder, left ear to mat. Right hand can stay in front, option for the half bind. About 2 or 3 more breaths. When you feel ready, you can begin to unwind, lower the left knee if you're not already there. You can open up over towards the left, any movements through wrist, shoulder, or finger. Eventually coming back through tabletop. You can take a few breaths here in cat-cow if you'd like to even out. And as you feel ready, we'll make our way to bear pose. Starting in a neutral spine from tabletop, we'll walk the hands about a palm distance forward, tuck your toes. Begin to press the palms down into the earth, soft bend in the elbows. Think about pulling the shoulder blades apart as you draw your belly in towards your spine. Lift your knees just 1 inch off the mat. 4 breaths here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Keep drawing the belly in, pull the shoulder blades apart. 1 more full breath in. On your exhale, downward facing dog. A few breaths here to land. You can take some pulses, chest to thigh, maybe bend your knees or shake the head yes and no. Maybe tilting the heels over towards one side and then the other, finding a little side bend, beginning to wake up through the obliques. Eventually finding stillness. When you're ready, we'll inhale, right leg will lift, 3-legged. You can bend your knee, stack your hips, maybe take some movement here through that right side. Eventually, we'll straighten the right leg if you're not already there. See if you can keep the weight even through both hands as you press into the palms and knuckles, and see if you can really press that right heel up and back. 1 more full breath in. On your exhale, crunch knee to nose. Inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Breathe in, 3-legged. Exhaling to forehead and pause. Can you draw that right thigh in just a little bit closer? Right foot between the hands, high crescent lunge. Inhale lifts you up. First time here, get out any little wobbles, root down into the feet. Right knee stacked up over right ankle, maybe bend into your right leg, sink the hips a little deeper. 2 more breaths. Draw your belly in towards your spine. Can you tuck your tailbone down? As you inhale, lengthen up and out of the ribs. Exhale, relax shoulders away from ears, sink the hips a little deeper. 1 more inhale. Airplane lunge on your exhale, sweep the arms back, lengthen the chest forward, see if you can keep the hips low. And keep drawing your belly in towards your spine, this time pinkies reaching in towards one another, create a little more space across the collarbone. 1 more full breath in. Stay for the exhale. Keep your chest low, diagonal lunge, lengthen the arms forward, biceps by the ears. Keep drawing your right hip back in space. Can you press into your left heel as you reach through the fingers? 1 more inhale. Exhale, sweep it back, airplane lunge. This time, high crescent lunge. Inhale, stack shoulders over hips. Exhale, sink the hips a little deeper. 1 more full breath in. Option to find a little back bend as you take that gaze up and back. On your exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Breath into upward facing. Breath out, downward facing. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhaling, this time left leg will lift, 3-legged. You can bend your knee, stack your hip, stillness or movement on this side. Eventually, we'll make our way to 3-legged dog. Straighten the left leg if you're not already there. Weight is even through both hands. Can you press into the palms and lengthen that left heel up and back? Maybe lift it a little higher. Take another full breath in. Exhale, crunch knee to chin. Breathe in, sweep it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, knee to forehead and pause. Can you bring that left heel in just a little bit closer? Create some space. Foot between the hands, high crescent lunge. Inhale lifts you up. Find a pause, take a few breaths here to root down, readjust the feet as you need. And as you're ready, we'll lengthen up and out of the ribs. On your exhale, airplane lunge, sweep the arms back, lengthen the chest forward, nose over toes. A few breaths here, keep drawing your belly in towards your spine. See if you can create a little more space across the collarbones by squeezing the shoulder blades together. Keep drawing your left hip back in space. One more full breath in. Stay for the exhale. Diagonal lunge, reach the fingers forward, biceps by the ears. Keep lengthening all the way through the fingers. Engage the spinal muscles. Keep reaching the chest forward. On your exhale, sweep it back, airplane. High crescent lunge, inhale. Stack shoulders over hips. One more full breath in. Maybe find a little back bend as you take the gaze up and back. On your exhale, ride that breath all the way down, chaturanga, high to low plank. Breath into upward facing. Breath out, downward facing. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take this and add on. On your next breath in, right leg will lift. Exhale, knee to nose and pause. On your inhale, we'll sweep that right knee over towards the right elbow. Exhale, swing it across left. 2 more times. Inhale, sweep the knee over towards the right. Exhale, sweep it over left. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, sweep it back. Step it forward, high crescent lunge. Pause here for a breath. Root down into the feet. One more inhale, lengthen up and out of the ribs. Exhale, airplane lunge. Sweep the arms back, lengthen the chest forward. Hold here for breath. Keep drawing your belly in towards your spine. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Diagonal lunge, inhale. Reach the fingertips forward, biceps by the ears. Keep reaching your right hip back in space to square the hips forward. One more full breath in. Sweep the arms back, airplane. This time, high crescent lunge. Inhale, stack shoulders over hips. Here's the change. One more full breath in. See if you can find a little length as you reach up and out of the ribs. This time, open twist right, water wheel. Right fingers reach back, left fingers lengthen forward. A few breaths here. Again, keep engaging through the core. And see if you can inhale to create length. Exhale, twist a little deeper, right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. Soft bend in the elbows. Can you really reach towards opposite ends? Keep your twist. Inhale to exalt. Lengthen the left fingers up overhead, right fingers reach down towards the earth. Can you create space by lifting up and out of the ribs? Maybe lift your gaze. One more full breath in. On your exhale, chaturanga, windmill the hands down, frame the front foot, step it back, maybe float the right leg if you'd like, high to low plank. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhaling, this time left leg will lift. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. Breath in, sweep the knee over towards the left elbow. Exhale, bring it across to the right. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, 3-legged, sweep that left leg up and back. Step it forward, high crescent lunge. Inhale brings you up to standing. Take a little pause, root down into the feet. Reconnect with the breath. On your next breath in, can you find length? Exhale, airplane lunge, sweep the arms back, lengthen the chest forward. Pausing here, begin to engage the core. Draw your left hip back, reach the chest forward. Diagonal lunge, inhale, sweep the arms forward, biceps by the ears. Can you invite a little more ease into the shoulders, the jaw? Stay strong through the legs, strong through the core. One more full breath in. Exhale, sweep the arms back, airplane. Inhale, high crescent lunge. As you inhale, lengthen up. Stay for the exhale, maybe sink the hips a little deeper, working left thigh towards parallel. One more full breath in. Here's the change, water wheel, twist left. Left fingers reach back, right fingers reach forward. Can you stay active all the way through the fingertips? Begin to engage through the upper back. Maybe bring the gaze over the left hand to challenge the balance. On your next inhale, exalted. Keep your twist. Reach the right hand up towards the sky. Maybe lift your gaze. One more full breath in, strong through the legs as you reach up. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank, windmill the hands down. Frame the front foot, step it back. Maybe float the left leg. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take this and add on. On your next breath, we'll inhale, right leg will lift. This time we'll exhale, bring your right knee towards your right shoulder. Exhale, slide your knee down towards your right wrist. Pause here as you bring that knee across over towards the left wrist. Inhale, bring it up left shoulder. Bring it across right. One more time, exhale, slide the knee to right wrist. Bring it across left wrist. Inhale, left shoulder. Exhale, bring it across right. Inhale, sweep it back. Foot between the hands, high crescent lunge. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. On your next inhale, lengthen up and out of the ribs, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, airplane lunge, sweep the arms back, lengthen the chest forward. Keep the chest low, diagonal lunge, biceps by the ears, reach the hands forward. Exhale, sweep it back, airplane. Breath into high crescent lunge. On your next exhale, twist right, water wheel, right fingers, reach back, left fingers, lengthen forward. Pause here for breath to deepen into the twist, soft bend in the elbows, reach through the fingers. Exalted warrior, inhale, sweep that left arm up and back. Here's the change, revolved crescent lunge. Hands to prayer, hook that left elbow around the right thigh. Breathing here. Always option to lower the left knee. Otherwise, can you stay active through both legs, really press into the ball of the left foot to square that left hip up in space. As you inhale, can you create a little more length? Exhale, twist a little deeper. Keeping the core engaged. Gaze down at the right foot to help with the balance. Hands will stay to prayer. We'll come back into that diagonal lunge. Square your chest towards that right foot. Keep working that right hip back in space. Draw the belly in towards the spine. Press into the left heel. Inhale to create length. Option here to extend the arms up overhead, biceps by the ears. One more full breath in. On your exhale, plant the hands, step back, we'll meet in a high plank. Your choice, you can choose to stay in the high plank, lower the knees, or left side down, side plank. Shift the weight over towards the left arm, left leg. You can also take the knees. Begin to open up over towards the right side. Right arm can reach up towards the sky. Maybe you lift the right leg. If you're in that side plank, can you press down, lift your hips? Breathing here for 3, 2. One more full breath in. Chaturanga on your exhale, high to low plank. Breath into upward facing. Breath out, downward facing. 3 breaths, inhale. And exhale. Ujjayi breath in. Ujjayi breath out. Inhale. And open mouth, exhale. Other side, inhale, left leg will lift. Exhale, knee to left shoulder. Creating that box as you exhale, slide that knee down towards the left wrist. Bring it across to right wrist. Inhale, right shoulder. Bring it across left shoulder. One more time, exhale, slide it down, left wrist. Bring it across right. Inhale, right shoulder. Exhale, bring it across left. Inhale, sweep it back, three-legged. Foot between the hands, high crescent lunge. Inhale, lift you up to standing. Pause here for a breath, root down into the feet, reconnect with the breath. On your next inhale, lengthen up and out of the ribs. Exhale, airplane lunge, lengthen the chest forward, sweep the arms back. Think about squeezing the shoulder blades together. Keep the chest low, diagonal. Reach the arms forward, biceps by the ears. Exhale, sweep it back, airplane. Breath in, high crescent lunge, inhale. Open twist left on your exhale, water wheel, left fingers reach back, right fingers lengthen forward. Another full breath here, root down into the feet, this time squaring that right hip forward. Keep your twist, inhale to exalt, lengthen the right fingers up and back. Here's that change, revolved crescent lunge, hands to prayer, hook that right elbow around the left thigh. Breathing here. Stay active through both legs, always option to lower the right knee. If that right leg is lifted, press into the ball of the right foot to square that right hip in space. As you inhale, can you create a little more length through the crown of the head? Exhale, twist a little deeper, left shoulder back, right shoulder forward, maybe lift your gaze. One more full breath in. Stay for the exhale. You can bring your gaze over towards that left foot to help with the balance. Hands to prayer if you're not already there. Square your chest down, diagonal lunge. Strong through the core, keep that core engaged. Continue to press through the right leg, activate through the spinal muscles as you lengthen the crown of the head forward. Option to reach the fingers forward, biceps by the ears. One more full breath in. Plant the hands, step that left leg back, meet in a high plank. Pause here at the top. Your choice, stay in the high plank. Option to come over onto the right side for a side plank. Right side down, right hand, right foot down. Begin to stack that left hip over right. Maybe lengthen the left fingers up towards the sky. If you're in that side plank, can you press down, lift your hips? Maybe even lift your left leg or even bring the gaze up towards the sky. One more full breath in. On your exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Breath into upward facing. Breath out, downward facing. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. And open mouth, let it go. Listening carefully, this time we will walk our hands back towards our feet. And take your time to walk hands to feet. We'll meet at the back of the mat in a forward fold. Can find a little ragdoll here if you'd like. Pedal it through the legs, maybe shake the head yes and no. Eventually we'll press into the feet. Inhale brings us up to standing. Head will come up last. Maybe shrug shoulders up towards the ears. And on your exhale, Tadasana. Balancing stick. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. You can interlace the fingers, release the pointer finger. We'll step our right foot forward and see if you can point your left toes, find a nice long line from your left toes all the way through the fingertips. Trying to keep this straight line, you can choose to stay here with the left toes grounded or begin to tilt forward, working towards the capital letter T. Strong through the core, try to find that nice long line, really begin to engage the spinal muscles. 2 or 3 more breaths. Take your time, one-legged mountain, left leg in towards the chest. Begin to realign, stack shoulders over hips, left knee in towards the chest. Figure 4, bring that left leg across, bend your knee, sink your hips. You can bring hands to prayer or any other arm variation. 2 or 3 more breaths here. Take your time, begin to unwind, left leg in towards the chest, one-legged mountain. This time we'll step our left leg forward, right leg in towards the chest, dancing Shiva. Strong in the left leg, right leg in line with the hip. You can take your left hand and either bind the knee, maybe bind the knife edge of the foot. Maybe turning the gaze over the right shoulder as you extend the right fingers towards the back edge of the mat. 2 more breaths. You draw your right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. Take your time. We're going to make your way to half moon pose. Keep your twist. Strong in the left leg, right leg begins to extend back, left fingers either towards the mat, maybe they hover. Peaceful warrior, step it back, inhale to reverse. Last thing here, Trikonasana. Straighten the left leg, reach the left fingers forward, exhale, hinge. A few breaths here. Option for a little extra core challenge. You can bring both hands behind the head, or maybe extend the left arm forward, or maybe both arms forward. Wherever you are, right shoulder back, left shoulder forward. Breathing here for 3, 2. Inhale to reverse, peaceful warrior. On your exhale, take that breath all the way down, chaturanga, high to low plank. Breath into upward facing. Breath out, downward facing. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. And exhale. As you're ready, begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. We'll take that same thing onto the other side. Whenever you're ready, inhale will bring you up to standing. And on your exhale, root down, Tadasana. Other side, inhale, lengthen the arms up overhead, interlace the fingers, release the pointer finger, maybe this time switching the cross of the thumbs. This time our left foot steps forward, balancing stick. You can point the right toes, try to find a nice long line from that right big toe all the way through the pointer fingers. Keeping that long line, you can stay here or begin to tilt forward. You can come down halfway or maybe working that way towards capital letter T. Two more breaths. Take your time, keep the core engaged, begin to hinge back up, right leg in towards the chest, one-legged mountain, stack shoulders over hips. Figure 4, bring that leg across. You can bend your knees, sink your hips, maybe hands to prayer or any other arm variation. 2 or 3 more breaths. Take your time, begin to unwind, right leg in towards the chest. Step the right foot forward. Then bring your left leg in towards the chest, one-legged mountain on the left side, setting up for our dancing Shiva. Begin to press down into the standing leg, inhale to lengthen up, exhale, twist left. Right hand to knee or maybe towards the knife edge of the foot. 2 more breaths. Strong through the core, can you work to stack shoulders over hips? On your exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. You can even bring the gaze over the left fingertips. Take your time, make your way to half moon pose. Keep your twists, right fingers reach down towards the mat. See if you can stack that left hip over right, maybe lift your gaze. We're not here for too long. Peaceful warrior, step it back, inhale to reverse. On your exhale, Trikonasana, reach the fingers forward, exhale, hinge. A few breaths here, option to add that extra core challenge, maybe hands behind the head, or you extend one arm or both arms forward. 2 more breaths. One more full breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale to reverse, peaceful warrior. On your exhale, take that breath all the way down, chaturanga, high to low plank. Breath into upward facing. Breath out, downward facing. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Full breath in. Open mouth, let it go. On your next inhale, we'll bring your gaze forward past your fingertips. Bend your knees, walk, step, or float. We're going to make our way onto a seat. Eventually, we'll meet in Navasana or boat pose. You can reach hands behind the thighs or maybe arms extend up overhead. Begin to shift your weight back, finding balance on your sacrum. Option to straighten the legs, maybe extend the arms up overhead, biceps by the ears. Wherever you are, see if you can take that curve out of the low back, open up through the chest, engage the core. 5 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Ujjayi breath in. Ujjayi breath out. Last 2, inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. Can you lift a little higher? On your exhale, release all the way down onto your back. You can hug your legs in towards the chest or windshield wiper the legs. Any little movement you need to release through the core. No rush to get there. Eventually, we're going to find 2 back bends. Option for bridge or wheel. Whenever you feel ready, we'll plant the feet about hip-width distance. Press into the feet, engage the legs, begin to lift the hips, breathe and cure. Your choice, you can choose to stay up or come down. If you're down, take a full breath in. Full breath out. Second set, bridge or wheel, press down, lifting up, breathe and cure. Keep pressing into the feet. Can you open up through the chest? Whenever you feel ready, you can tuck your chin in towards your chest, release all the way down. Windshield wiper the legs side to side, release through the low back. When it feels okay in your low back, you can bring your legs in towards the chest, maybe find a happy baby. No rush to get there. Eventually we'll make our way to a figure 4, and then we'll take that into a twist. So we'll start with our right leg over. You can draw the legs in towards the chest, flex the toes towards your shin to protect your knee. About 6 or 7 breaths here. And take your time. When you're ready, we'll set up for a twist. So keep the figure 4 in the legs, plant the sole of the left foot down. Let the legs fall over towards the left, plant the sole of the right foot down. Okay, and gaze over the right shoulder, option to bind left hand to right ankle. If you have that bind, you can deepen by working the knee towards the front edge of the mat. About 6 or 7 breaths on this side. And take your time, begin to unwind. You can draw the legs in towards the chest, maybe find a happy baby. And whenever you feel ready, we'll take the figure 4 on the other side. Left leg crosses over. You can draw the legs in towards the chest. Flex the toes towards the shin to protect the knees. About 6 or 7 breaths here. Whenever you feel ready, we'll set up for a twist. This time, lower the sole of the right foot down, let the legs fall over towards the right, plant the sole of the left foot down. Option to bring the gaze over towards the left shoulder. You can also bind right hand to left ankle. If you have that bind, you can energize the left knee forward to go a little bit deeper. A few more breaths here. When you feel about even, you can come back through center. Any last little poses or movements that you need to even out. Eventually, we'll bring the legs in towards the chest. You can hug the legs in tight. On your exhale, release the arms and legs out long, Shavasana. We'll be here for about a minute. If you need extra time, you can pause the audio. Otherwise, I will be here to bring you back into the space when it is time. And slowly begin to deepen into the breath. You can take a full breath in and open mouth, let it go. Option to hug the legs in towards the chest or maybe extend arms up overhead. And keeping that stillness with you, you can begin to make your way up into a seat if you'd like. You can bring hands to heart center, maybe keep the eyes closed. We'll end our class with a single breath. All together, we'll take a full breath in, fill it through the belly, the ribs, the chest. Open mouth, let something go. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you today, and I hope to be with you next time you're on your mat.